we got a Komatsu Forklift with a K21 engine. Complaint from the customer is that it is running flat or no power under load or higher RPM. And yeah, we're gonna check that. So right now I'm checking fuel pressure. So I hooked up a T and just my regular vacuum gauge. It reads positive pressure anyway. In order to read the code, I have the hotel hooked up to this connector right here, and this is the connector. This is where the connector is at, OBD for the Komatsus. It's not always there. Whenever there's a K21, most of them would be in here, but for the Komatsu, they have a special adapter. Okay, so we're just finishing for the scanner to read, and then we'll see if we have any codes on this. Okay, so the scanner has finished the scanning. It says engine, no fault. Let's see. I don't know if we can get codes stored in memory on this thing.
Yeah, you can't have it, but we can share it.
It takes a while to load as well. Okay, so let's try to see read codes. No faults detected. Okay, let's go to live data. See what we can. All signals for now. Let's see what we can read off of this. Okay, so we have idling valve. I don't need that. Switch, heater. Okay, but this is cold still, so we're not gonna see that. What else can we see? Injector pulse B1, base fuel 2.1 milliseconds. Okay, mass airflow 0.45. Intake air temperature 34 degrees centigrade. I don't know if it's gonna be 34 in here, but okay, I'm not gonna care about that for now. Let's try to crank this. Okay, well, the engine starts up fine. Okay, voltage 1 degrees. Injector pulse. So from the regulator, you see it's at 4 or 5 psi, which is what it should be under idle. Let's try to raise the RPM. Kill that first. So I don't know if you heard that, but it's falling flat on its face at a higher RPM. But we saw that the fuel pressure from the regulator is holding at 4.5 to 5, which is what it should be. And we saw the fuel injector trying to get so much fuel in there, but it's running flat on its face. So let's try to do this. We're gonna run it again. High RPM. When it falls flat on its face, we are going to add some more fuel and then see if the RPM goes up. Okay, running at idle, we're going to increase the RPM slowly, and then when it falls flat on its face, we're going to add the brake lean. Wait up, not yet. Okay, add the brake lean. Okay, alright. So you heard it. Once I spray brake clean into the intake, it revved up fine, increased the RPM. So to me, that's an indication of starvation for fuel. So we're gonna have to check these injectors. I know electrically they're fine, but I'm thinking it might be a clogged injector. But the first thing we're gonna look at is gonna be the boost injector. Okay, so the reason we are doubting the LPG assist solenoid or the boost injector is because of the definition from the book. So as you can see, The LPG assist solenoid valve helps LPG injector to keep maximum engine output in high speed and high load areas. So basically, from what we're experiencing on this truck, we seem to be running flat or losing fuel whenever we are going to high speed. So that's the reason why we want to take a look at this injector. So we're gonna have to take the injector holder apart, probably remove the injector, see if we can find any debris or maybe, I don't know, whatever. So let's do that. So before we wanted to replace the boost injector, we want to find out what's happening inside. I know the pressure going into the injector holder was sufficient, but the problem is, I mean, how do we test the injectors if they're squirting the right amount of fuel? So we tried to take it apart, and this is what we found inside the filter. I don't know where that came from. That, I don't know if you can see that carbon inside, right there. So I know the regulator has recently been replaced, right? So this, I don't know where it came from. I mean, how could it even be solid in there? Okay, so right now, before we do any more testing on this, I'm gonna clean it out and see how it runs after. Okay, so we cleaned out the filter for now, and let's try cranking it. Okay. Oh, it's been not so bad at idle, but now let's try to rev it up on a snap. Okay, so it really pays to do the simple things first, no? I mean, this is one of those cases, I guess, it's poor maintenance. I guess that we can call this one a fix.